Hey folks, this is Fernando doing another video for The Modern Survivalist. Yesterday I posted in my website, themodernsurvivalist.com, a question about which would be the equivalent of kibble type dog food for humans. Something that you could eat the same thing every single day and it would still fulfill your requirements in terms of calories, nutritional value, vitamins. I mean, my dog eats dog food. He's been eating it for years and he's in pretty good health. Isn't there something similar? Given that you wouldn't care about getting bored, given that you wouldn't be caring much about even taste, but is there something that you can eat it all the time, every single day, and not need anything else? I don't know if there's something out there like that. There are some so-called superfoods. That's basically some high protein shakes or some higher end ones that have raw vegan type food. Seem pretty good, pretty pricey though, actually quite expensive, and not exactly what I'm looking for. I think that as of right now, this is the best, the most similar to a kibble for humans type of food that you can get would be rice, lentils with some vegetables. Basically eating these, I know that you can go even eating these for years, you can still stay quite well fed. There's actually articles about a woman that had a very serious food allergy and she's been eating only white rice, not even brown rice, but white rice only for years. She's still alive. There's also an article about a teenager. She's been eating only ramen noodles because of a condition she has. I think she has a thing that she cannot get herself to eat anything else, and she's been eating noodles for years and she's still alive. I think this would be actually a much more complete diet than eating only noodles or eating only white rice. So what we have here basically, guys, is brown basmati rice. It has been rinsed a little bit, not too much needed because it was pretty clean as it came, which is good. So brown basmati rice, it also has less arsenic than some of the American rice that I've read about that seems to have an issue with that. Basmati rice is one of the best type of rices that you can get, and of course brown rice means you have the full grain with that skin, that outer layer with more fiber. Basically, basmati brown rice is pretty good. It's some of the best rice you can get. Then they have a little bit of lentils as well. These are green lentils. Brown lentils would be also good. And some vegetables, okay? Frozen in this case. If you have them canned, also works. Frozen maybe is a little bit better because you don't have the metal taste, even though it's not that much of a big deal. As long as you can get by with frozen, or even better fresh, if that's what you have, even better. But basically rice, lentils and some vegetables makes for quite a good combination. Looking for an ideal combination here. Of course we're missing some stuff. Maybe for a more complete diet you would be needing some nuts, some fish as well, but as a good foundation for a food storage, this is pretty much ideal. Now what I'm using, because this is what we eat pretty much every day, we eat something like this with something else, but pretty much this is the foundation of what we eat, and it's actually keeping us pretty healthy, so that's good. What I'm using here is a rice cooker. Why? Because it makes things so much easier. It makes cooking, you just throw things in there, you forget about it, and it's ready when it is, and it stops on its own once the water already dries up based on the amount of water that you included with this cup. There's a cup of rice in there soaked. All right, and there's the requirement says that the manual said that 4 cups of water per cup of rice. Right, the rice cooker, not slow cooker. Don't get confused with that. They look very similar, but the rice cooker is different from the slow cooker. The slow cooker is a completely different gadget. Okay, so well, we put our vegetables in there. Put our rice in there as well. Yeah, I don't know about soaking some people say you have to rinse the rice. Some people say it's better if you just, to be honest, usually we do it dry as it is. We don't rinse it or anything. We just put it in there. This is actually the first time I've rinsed this rice, and there wasn't really that much dirt in it at all, I should say so. Just a little bit cloudy water the first time, but I think that's completely normal. And of course, our lentils. Lentils and rice go well together. They form the complete protein, and they actually have pretty much the same cooking time. They both cook at a much faster rate than ordinary beans, which can take quite a bit of time, and that from a preparedness perspective is also good because it means that you cook faster and you need less fuel to do so. Right, so now we put 4 cups of water. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, there we go. Yeah, so 4 cups of water. Just add a little bit more because the one before that wasn't completely full. So 4 cups of water, and we're going to be using some grounded turmeric. Okay, turmeric. This makes for a nice yellow rice, and it has some nutritional value as well. So we put a little bit of this. Good stuff. And then some all-purpose savory seasoning. This is basically, you know, just a salt, some onion extract, and a little bit of something to give it a little bit more of taste. Pretty much almost like putting a little bit of salt, a little bit of that in there. Not too much because, you know, salt is not that good. And that's basically it. We just leave it there. We have a specific little spoon for that, which I can't seem to find right now. There it is. Okay, mixing it up a little bit just in case. And that is it. Just turn it on like so, and it starts cooking. When it runs out of water, when it reaches a certain temperature, it stops on its own. That is, as long as you put the right amount of water, it should cook. It should finish cooking right in time. About half an hour is usually what it takes. But as you see, it's pretty fast. Of course, when you do this without having to film anything, when you do it without having to go through any explanations, just a few seconds of throwing the ingredients in there, and in about half an hour you have a pretty healthy, good meal ready to eat. Okay, I'll be back with you guys when this is done and show you the results. So about half an hour later, yeah, we started cooking 11:20. It's, yeah, almost 40 minutes now, and this is done. As you see, it's pretty steamy, and the nice thing is that there's not much of water left. Everything is there, all the nutritional value. It's not as if you have, you know, water absorbing some of the nutrients. It's all here, and this is pretty much how it ends up looking. Yeah. Well, it actually tastes pretty good. It's something that we eat pretty often. Pretty much every day we have some variety of basmati rice with something, with some vegetables or something like that. And that's it. It's, you know, trying to simplify a little bit. It helps a lot in terms of food storage for emergencies and such. If you stick to a few basics, basmati rice, lentils, and canned vegetables, that's a great foundation for your food storage. Even more so when you eat it often, when you eat it every day. That's great because you're already used to the food that you have in store. It's different when you have the survival weird food that you never plan on eating, rather than having something that you've already integrated to your daily life. It's not something unusual. It's something that you're already used to eating, and it's actually quite good for you. Yeah, I think this is the closest it gets to the kibble for humans, the equivalent. Something for people that's simple, easy to store. You can pretty much eat it almost every day, with a few varieties here and there. Maybe a little bit of meat every once in a while, if that's your thing. I like fish a little bit better, but small amounts of meat, a bit of vegetables. That's gonna be it. Folks, pretty simple, easy enough for everyone to do and try out. Take care, guys. Remember to subscribe, thumbs up, share. See you on our next video. Have a great day.